Okay, listen. Looking at the position of the two players, looking at the players these players have had, yeah, you cannot be telling me that Odegaard has had a better season than Fernandes.
I didn't say that.
Arsenal has had a better season than Man
no.
United.
I did not say Odegaard has a better season than Bruno Fernandes. I think you're
Okay.
going to bring up Fernandes, but Fernandes hasn't had a perfect, fantastic season. If he did have a fantastic season, United. I know, but you're bringing him up as in like he's had an amazing season. You're bringing
he's had a better season than Odegaard.
What is that? What does that come to? You're still 14th. You're still 14th. Last time I checked, you're still 14th.
Okay. That's the thing about arguments is you need to stick to the point of the argument.
Yes. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. This is Love the Game, episode 23. Yes.
Episode 23.
Yeah.
David Beckham.
Okay, good one.
Oh, that was a good one. Who else is 23?
Danny Welbeck.
Sure.
Danny Welbeck, Luke Shaw. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have.
That's all I got, man.
That's all I got. That's all I got, man. I was 23 a while ago.
Michael Jordan.
As you can see, I'm here with Gbengz and Manny. How you guys doing, man?
We're doing good, man. It's a blessed month, Ramadan. You know,
Yes.
hopefully the holy month will bring some blessings on Man United. But the FA Cup wasn't a good start. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we'll get to the FA Cup. We'll get to the FA Cup anyways. But also Pedro isn't here, unfortunately. But I'll represent him for Arsenal.
I am here.
He's not here. He's not here, unfortunately. But there was a game one for Arsenal, the Champions League. I think this is probably the last opportunity for Arsenal to salvage their season, potentially. It was the first leg against PSV.
Yeah,
Definitely PSV. I think before the game, there was a lot of talk, especially from the PSV team. I think Perisic was saying, this is our best chance to beat Arsenal. They've got no strikers. We slapped them at 7-1. So hold that. You former Tottenham player, yeah. Hold that, man. Personally,
why you being angry at him, bro?
Nah.
What he said was fair. This is the best time to play Arsenal.
No, I don't care. But you got to back it up in the pitch, and he didn't back it up. So there, he's got to hold that. Good goal, good performance. I'll say all around from Arsenal. Goals from who scored again? Timber, Ethan Wanyeri, Marino. Then we got two from Odegaard, Trossard, and Calafiori at the end with a lovely finish. I don't know if you guys managed to catch some of the games, but it'd be lovely to hear your thoughts on the game overall. So go with you, Manny, first.
No, I thought it was an enjoyable game. Any game where you see multiple games, as a neutral, it was good to watch. I think some of the football in the first half was a bit lackluster. PSV were very poor defensively, so that's the main thing. I mean, some of those goals that conceded was some shocking schoolboy, defending in the back there. But it was good to see Ethan playing, getting that goal. It was a nice bit of work on the left side from Lewis Skelly, and then the cut back, and then obviously Ranieri came in with the finish. I think Odegaard had a very poor first half, but the second half, he came alive, man. He came alive in the second half. Yeah.
That was the old Odegaard, man.
The old Odegaard, yeah, man. Marino was lucky with the opportunity for his goal, but nice, smart finish. Open up his body there, left foot, inside footed finish. Trossard, I thought, had a good game throughout the game. He was probably one of the better performers.
Rice, talk about Rice.
Rice, man, Rice was good. I'm not a hater. When a player does well, bro, I bet you get out this week. You're not here today.
They're just not here today.
Yeah. Rice done well. But for 150 million, it's not enough to do it every now and then. You need to be more consistent. But the kind of performance he did yesterday is the Rice that we like. It's the Rice that we want to see for England. It's the rice that will drag Arsenal into winning a trophy eventually. But yeah, man, needs to just sort out his first half of the season form if they're gonna win anything. But yeah, I think it was a good performance. Lewis Skelly was scary. He should have got sent off, but he's a young kid. We allow him.
Yeah, not should have got sent off. Should have.
Bro, he definitely should have got sent off.
Yeah, I agree. I thought the first yellow card he got was a bit harsh, but he should have got sent off. To be fair, I think we wrote us. I think if that was the Premier League, he's off. Like
he's off. Already know that.
He's off. But you got to ride your luck sometimes. But yeah, Gbengz, quick thought. Any thoughts to the game? It's apparently you got a nice Arsenal jacket on, anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I can't believe he's wearing that. I can't. There's only two clubs. Three clubs. I would never wear their jersey: Arsenal, Liverpool, and City. I can wear any other club.
I'll never wear
the three clubs. But
I'll never wear City or Liverpool, but I'll definitely wear Arsenal. I'm from London, bro. Like,
it's crazy. Anyway, go on.
Anyways, last week I was caught saying that I was very I stood on what I was saying, that United have a better chance of winning a trophy this season than Arsenal. And what happened this week is we got knocked out of the FA Cup.
Yep.
My second team, Arsenal, 7-1. 7-1. You know how many teams have beat a team by 6 goals at this stage in the Champions League? Not many, I tell you.
It's none.
It's none. They're the first. Yeah, it's the first club. First club in the knockout stages.
Wait.
There you go. And Ori's chatting rubbish. about Africans and stuff. Crazy, man. It's crazy. There's too many haters on Arsenal, man. Too many haters. But yeah, it was a good game, man. I like the game. As I said, I only watched the first half because I was hate watching. And Odegaard, I just thought he was stinking. He just seemed to ruin loads of build up. And then second half he scored 2, so I didn't watch the second half. I saw the goals this morning actually. And yeah, you guys look good, man. And I think what I did like actually, again, that this is something that you said at the beginning of the season, which I haven't really seen this season. But you said that you don't need a striker because your goal is going to come from all of the players or a lot of the players, and that's kind of what you saw. It was 5 players scored, 4 players scored, or whatever it was. Different sorts of goals. Some weird goals. That Marino goal was one of the weirdest goals I've ever seen ever.
Yeah, the defending was shocking to be on their side, man.
Yeah, they're a poor defensive team, which apparently was already known, obviously, and they're apparently quite good attacking, but didn't really see any threats from them apart from the crossbar hit. So yeah, man, good result for you guys, man. You're going to be playing that. Yeah, good result for us. We're going to be playing Real Madrid next round, most likely. Yeah, good.
Overall good performance. I think I don't want to get too carried away because PSG, as you said.
Yeah, thank you. Take that nonsense off. I was getting angry. Just
one more question on the game. I think one person who I think has been hot topic for a couple of weeks now, especially this season. I feel like, especially because he's having not so great season, Martin Odegaard. Yes, it's been very much of a struggling season for him. To give you context of why he's been struggling, has come some injuries. I'll say had a major injury in the international. Hey, let me finish. Let me finish. Had a serious injury. I thought it could have been could have been season ending.
He was about to say career ending. He was about to say career.
He was going. I thought he was going to say life threatening. No. You see how Arsenal fans dramatize everything with their club.
Honestly.
If you see the tackle, it was a crazy tackle. Probably essentially got rushed in early. Then I think another thing that everyone's kind of forgotten about. I think the combination play that which Odegaard's really known for with Ben White and Kai Saka, his boys are not there no more. So I feel like he's been struggling this season, which is fair. It happens sometimes, but I feel like you can see the glimpse of quality is still there in Martin Odegaard, and I'm hopeful. I'm not going to be too optimistic about his performance the rest of the season because we've seen enough to say this season is going to be very up and down for him. I'm being honest. From a rival sense, from the other side, maybe I'm too biased on Odegaard. Tell me what have you taken from Odegaard this season?
Listen, it's okay to say a player has not had a good season. That doesn't mean he's a bad player. That doesn't mean he doesn't have star quality or anything like that. He's had a poor season, and it's okay. And all these excuses about, oh yeah, he could have had a career-threatening injury, he got rushed back, his favorite boys aren't here. So what? The best players, regardless of the surroundings and their situations, they come up and rise. Bruno Fernandes has had the shit at Man United for how long, and he's still putting up numbers. He's still dragging the team. Yeah, it's dragging us from losing to drawing, but he's dragging the team. Do you know what I mean? Like, he ain't had recognized world-class or even... I mean, you had the best right winger in the league in Saka, cool. But it's not like when Saka was there, Odegaard was getting 10 goals, 5 assists or whatever. Even with Saka and without Saka, he has not been good enough. He was better with him, of course, because most good players with better players around them are gonna improve. But all this excuses given for Odegaard, he has not been good enough. He's the captain, he's the leader of the team, and he's not been up to scratch. And let's just leave it at that. Dust it off. Next season we go again.
Yeah, I would dust it off, but you just mentioned Bruno Fernandes. You said you've been dragging United, but dragging them down to 14th, 15th? Is that something you're going to be comparing Odegaard to, really?
Okay, listen. Looking at the position of the two players, looking at the players these players have had, yeah, you cannot be telling me that Odegaard has had a better season than Fernandes.
I didn't say that.
Arsenal has had a better season than United.
No, I did not say Odegaard has a better season than Bruno Fernandes. I think you're going to bring up Fernandes, but Fernandes hasn't had a perfect, fantastic season. If he did have a fantastic season, United... I know, but you're bringing him up as in like he's had an amazing season. You're bringing
he's had a better season than Odegaard.
But what is that? What does that come to? You're still 14th. You're still 14th. Last time I checked, you're still 14th.
Okay. That's the thing about arguments is you need to stick to the point of the argument. So your argument was talking about Odegaard and his performances, right? And I've given you an example that Fernandes with worse limitations and more hindrances than Odegaard has produced a better individual season. Because you lost that argument, you now want to bring in
where Man United are as a whole. Okay, fair enough. That's fine.
It's not fair.
But, okay, that's not fair. But you're saying that Fernandes has had like a good season, but he hasn't been that much better than Odegaard. Because if he'd been marginally more better, United would be better. United would be better in their position, wouldn't it?
If it wasn't for Fernandes, United would be in relegation.
Yeah, but it hasn't really improved that much then.
And with
because you're only 10 points for relegation. Let's just
Fernandes created the most goals for our team. He scored the most goals for our team as well, and he's got the most recoveries for our team. No, second to Ugarte. So for Man United, he's our best performing player, especially in an attacking sense.
So where's
you can't say the same thing for Odegaard.
Odegaard has a bad season. Odegaard had a bad season.
Let's just leave it at that. He's had a bad season.
Yeah, but bringing Fernandes as an example is not a good example. That's what I'm trying to say.
You know what? Maybe Fernandes has triggered you. No.
It's just a bad example.
Has he had a better individual season than, let's say, Szoboszlai? No. Has he had a better season than... Who else is that there? Palmer?
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa?
Rodgers.
Morgan, what's his name? Rodgers?
No, he's played...
If Pedro wants to tell him to get a mic, go and get a mic. Don't be hanging around the corner.
No. We work short of time. I want to concentrate here. Unfortunately,
let me say this before I leave. Odegaard has not had a good season, but using Fernandes as a comparison, it stinks.
Okay, I don't know why you use the mic for that.
That's all I don't know why you lot are saying that because we're Man United. I'm talking about individual performance.
Yeah.
Because Aston Villa are still.
Yeah.
Hold on. Had a good season, but if you look, you guys are talking about Fernandes being crap.
You see,
we talk about him being crap.
Okay. So, Manny, we'll get your point off. Then we'll move on. I think we'll move on because this conversation will be going for 20 minutes. So, Manny, to say your last point. If Gbengz, you got something to say, you can.
The point about Fernandes, I don't know why Fernandes triggers Arsenal fans or you guys so much, yeah. Because when I've used the example of Rodgers, who Aston Villa side have not produced what they should have. They were a Champions League top 4 side last season, and they're mid-table at the moment. So that's another team that's not performed well. But you've got a player that's playing a similar position that's outperforming Odegaard, who's your captain. So what are you going to say about that?
No,
forget Fernandes.
So okay, then forget about time. I'm gonna accept that, you know, Odegaard, Menendez. I said, okay, you know what? It's fine. Gbengz, it just I'm just conscious of time. Is I'll be honest, but
my only thing is, you kind of got to just take player for player, forget the position, forget who's around them, and just look at the players and use your eyes and look at the stats and see what they're doing, and then you get your answer. And we'll get our answer this Sunday. One of our answers anyway.
We'll also get to that as well. But thanks you. But we'd like to talk about United. You know, you've got the United guys here. I think we'll quickly touch on the FA Cup disappointment, unless you want to go into more detail about it, because I'm interested to see your thoughts on the Europa League coming up. But you know, United, I think it was 1-0 against Fulham. Quite disappointing. I watched that game. It was quite disappointing. I thought another disappointing performance by United. But as FA Cup, you know, 1-0 against Fulham. Penalties ended, I think 5-3 on penalties. I think we had Gbengz last week say, you know, United's got a better team than Fulham. Damn, I didn't turn out too well. But
but you know what's even crazy about that? So that's why I even love that I said that. I love that I stopped on Fulham, because watching that game, Tim, can you watch that game and say you think United will want a lot of players from their squad? No, they were both teams.
No.
Both teams. Were, bro,
both teams. Yeah, and one team had their full 11 against another side that didn't. So
yeah.
Okay, but give us your overall thoughts on that.
Man.
Just another disappointment of the FA Cup defeat.
Again, I mean, I think most games I'm going to have the same analysis for United, at least until the end of the season. It's not great. It's not pretty. We have moments where it looks like we understand positioning, transitional play, how the manager wants us to play, but over 90 minutes, it's just poor. Either poor quality in passing, poor quality in the final third, poor quality finishing, or lacks of concentration and just giving chances away. There's just too many things missing, but you are seeing obviously little glimpse of where things are going right. You are seeing some players are starting to show what they're about. Like Xerxes, the past few weeks has really started to grow on me as a player. You know, we've seen some of the good things that Mazraoui can bring into a side. Yoro, whether he's playing right-sided centre back or left-sided centre back, he's comfortable and doesn't really put a foot wrong. Garnacho came on and does what Garnacho does, puts his head down, goes at his players, goes at his defender. His end product is hit and miss. Unfortunately, today it was a miss. Other games, it's a hit. Hodgson stunk.
Just on that, the Garnacho, you say other games, it's a hit. Bro, I think I watched a clip with all of Garnacho's shots since he last scored, and it's bad, man.
Yeah, the last 25 shots have been, some of them are really like really bad, and it's sad because you know Garnacho believes he's that guy.
Yes,
and then you see the way he plays, and it's like, you know what? A United fan said this on Twitter Spaces at the end of last season, and he said Elanga is a better talent and a better player than Garnacho. And 90% of the people on that Spaces, there was probably like 200-300 people on there, were cussing this guy. I was one of them. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Elanga, what? Because he had a half decent, second half of the season for Nottingham Forest. And then we've seen what Garnacho done. And then,
that's
a good point. However, and I say this with a pinch of salt because I don't know him like that. I don't know if Elanga has the temperament for United. Like, if he can deal with the scrutiny and everyone watching every week in, week out, whereas I believe Garnacho thinks he's him. He's got the right, attitude to be a...
He's got the right ego for it.
Yeah. Just the application of it, I just don't think is there.
Yeah,
another point is you don't know a Garnacho in an environment where he hasn't got the limelight, like playing at Man United. If Garnacho is playing at Brighton, for example, he could be that player that everyone wants to spend, 80, 90 million on. So,
just on that, I find it hard to judge players now when they make that big move from a big club to a small club, vice versa, because you would think someone like Pedro Neto would be killing it from what he did at Wolves, and see him at Chelsea, he's struggling, to be fair.
Yeah, struggling.
I find it hard to compare players, especially from the Premier League, from the lower team, how well they'll do in a bigger team now. So And that example from Malanga going to Nottingham Forest, even Hudson-Odoi, he's been very up and down anyways. But when he went to Chelsea, he was only the big guy. Wasn't performing, went to Nottingham Forest. Now he's performing, but I think he's performing the same level, to be fair anyways. But I don't want to meander on that kind of point. But what was I going to say? Yes, Amarin. Sorry, I'm going to do Amarin check every week on you guys, because I was doing some research. I was just doing some research, checking what's been said before. Because obviously talking about United not playing well at the moment, he's been stinking up. But I remember United were playing quite well at one point, I think of the game against Everton, you won 4-0. That was really good performance. Even the game you lost against Bournemouth, where you lost 3-0, but your performance was still good. I think since then, Amarin has kind of changed his tactics, changed his formation a little bit. I think the approach has been a bit different, been more defensive, not really free-flowing, I would say. Do you feel like he's actually changed his mindset coming to the Premier League, because he was like, you're showing no fear. Now he's playing 5 defenders. What is that down to? You think? What's your thoughts on Amarin?
It's the results, bro. Like he's going to be down. Like naturally, as a human being, you're going to see how open we are and how we're leaking goals, and say, hey, I've got to close it up in the back. I've got to make sure we don't concede so much. I've got to make sure we can stay in the game at least to the end of the game and get the nick a winner. And I think that's the right approach for us right now, to be honest. Just get through the season. We lost so many heavy hitters in Rashford and Diallo, and who else have we got out?
Manu.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's
Martinez,
vital
fast building up from the back.
Let's just get
Luke Shaw, Dorgu now. Yeah.
Stop saying Luke Shaw. He doesn't count. Sorry. He doesn't count.
Luke shouldn't count. So let's just get through the season. Let's just make sure that when I think, and I could be wrong here, I think he is. I'm confused where he's going to be thinking now, because you're 14th right or something, whatever. We could try to get in the top 10 or maybe 10th, or we could just be like, we're not getting relegated now. Let's implement some of the stuff I want to do now and just trial some stuff. So I don't know whether he's going to do that and forget the rest of the results, or just try and draw or win as many games as possible. And I think maybe the second option is probably best for him, just so the media attention is just off all of that, and he can just go into summer and then just change things up. I don't know what's going to be best, but I think, go on, Manny.
I was going to say, I think he's been doing the second option from the moment he walked into the door. Like he's been very clear that right now he even said it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better.
Yeah, he did say. Yeah,
I'm going to stick to my philosophy, and and I don't care what happens in the cup competitions. What really happens and what's going to be a real reflection of where we're at as in development is going to be the league position. So I think, he just, and in terms of the way he was playing before, a lot of it down to the players that were available. That's really what it is. And after a few bad results, naturally players' confidence goes down, their performance levels drop. I've seen Casemiro and Eriksen more in the last 2 weeks than I saw the first half of the season. That's showing, Heaven, Obi Martin, I don't think these guys were really looking to be making a first team debut as soon as they were now. Even, Onana's performances that probably deserved him being dropped, our second goalkeeper gets injured as well. So there's a lot that's happened to contribute to where we are. And I think mentality wise for a player, you're going to drop the extra 5-10 yards because you're worried about the result. And a lot of the time on the sidelines, you're seeing Amarin telling the players, you're in the wrong positions. Like you need to be pressing our 3 centre-backs. You need to be on the front foot and step into the midfield. A lot of our players are scared of doing that. So I just think get through the season. It's been a poor season, but what it's done and what I'm so happy about is it's highlighted to everyone how shit these players are.
Yeah.
That's been the best thing.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd love to touch on more how United season's gone down, but I want to get your predictions and your thoughts on the Europa League, because I thought this is very much United win or bust, really, because this could have serious implications for your summer. So, could you tell us how you're feeling against Real Sociedad? I think you're away against them.
Yeah, we're away. So, away European tie, knockout stages. Let's just go away with a result and go back to Old Trafford. So anything other than a loss for me is a good result. I'm
Gbengz?
not confident,
Oh, sorry.
but that's what I'm hoping for.
I just went to go and check their recent results. They just got smashed 4-0 by Barca, and then Real Madrid beat them. But those are two tough teams. I'd probably say we'll draw.
Okay. Okay.
1-1
Fair enough.
draw.
We'll take a draw. I'll be watching that game closely to see how they play.
Same.
Because we have a big game, a huge derby for us.
Yeah.
It's just technically a derby rivalry, you know.
Rivalry.
Back to the days of Roy Keane, Vieira, Rui van Nistelrooy, Henry. Now it's Odegaard, Bruno. But that's not bad, not bad. not bad. So yeah,
Tito versus Marino.
yeah, interested. So actually, just to get on your thoughts on that game, what are you expecting the starting lineup to be regarding that? I'm going to concentrate more on your strikers. I mean, on your forward line. What would you pick as your front three for that game against Arsenal?
I think we've got to go with the players that've got the experience of first team football. As much as we love to give youth a chance and throw them in, I don't want to kill Cheeto and start him in such a high pressure game like that. So I would still start with a Højlund, Xerxes, Garnacho, and then Bruno Ugarte in the midfield. Because of Dorgu's red card, it's going to have to be Mazraoui and Dalot as the wing backs. And yeah, Cheeto to come on at 60 minutes and try and get his first Prem goal, I think is as best it's going to get. I don't think if we start Cheeto then bring on Højlund, that would work better. But let's see what the manager decides. If Højlund had a stinker tomorrow, then he may be forced to drop him, and that would speak volumes.
Just on that, do you have to start Højlund? Is that how much of your injuries? Because I thought maybe you can put Fernandes. You've done that a few times. You put Fernandes on the front three, basically. You're telling me that Højlund has to start.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want a Casemiro in the midfield against Arsenal. That's the thing. If Manny was about, that's the only other. If Manny or Mount, Collier is back for tomorrow, so potentially Collier and Ugarte in that midfield. Put Xerxes at number 9, and then Fernandes and Garnacho behind Xerxes. That could potentially work.
I didn't like him as Bruno in that position, anyways. But I get what you're saying, but hey, start Cheeto, man. Just do it. In my opinion, just do it. Like, because I think Højlund does need to come off the bench and see what, like, can he come off the bench and have a different mentality to the game? Oh, I've got to make a difference here, rather than I'm starting. So let's speed out the game. Let's see if he can actually come on and make it, because he did that last season for us a couple of times where he came on from off the bench, scored a couple, played well. So I want to see him try that this time, just to try something different. It's a win-win for. It's a lose-lose for us, with Arsenal. We're not gonna stop them from winning the title, and we're not going to, because they're not going to win the title. Number one,
we're not going you can't do it because we've done it to ourselves already.
Yeah, exactly, and we're not going to improve our league position much. So just go out there and just have a good performance. So I would say just start Cheeto, man. Why not?
Yeah. Are you expecting from Arsenal for you guys to wipe the floor with United, or do you think it'll be a cagey game?
You know what? It's the Old Trafford, so I feel like sometimes, even as a fan, I'm always going to be worried going there, because throughout my time, even though of recent, we've been winning there a lot. We haven't been losing there as much as we did in the past. Yeah. So I'm always have that back of my mind that we could lose this potentially. But even though our team has proven that we're quite solid. Was solid, so I expect to be cagey still. I think Premier League, and I think PSG playing in Champions League against a team like PSV, who ain't that good at all, against United team, I know is going to sit down there, low block, and just hit us on a counter attack. I think we'll something to be very wary of.
We don't even have that. We don't have a counter attacking threat.
Don't you know Garnacho? No.
Yeah, that's the only one. But I mean, I think Timber will wrap him up and put him in his pocket.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't think it'll be a thrashing. I'm just hoping we get an early goal somehow. Then that will just steady us through the whole game. So
let me tell you something. let me tell you something that's guaranteed. You will score first.
Yeah,
you will score first against us. So don't you worry about that.
And it will probably be early as well.
Yeah.
Do you know, I used to enjoy these, because you lot will be confident, but now lately you're just spoiling it for me. Like, I want you lot to be confident, say, yeah, we're gonna win this and the other. But now you're telling them to score first. What the hell is this, man? I didn't come for love of the game for this.
Yeah, I know.
It hurts me that it's not hurting you. Like, what's going on? What is going on?
Hey.
What's everyone's score prediction?
I'll just
2-1 Arsenal.
I would say 1-0 Arsenal. I'll just say 1-0 Arsenal. Yeah.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Arsenal.
United defense that bad. So what do you? So if you were the manager, hey, there we go. That's it. If you were the manager, what would be your formation? Like, what would you actually play if you had a manager? I know what Amra is gonna do, but what would you do? I think what would you actually do if you was like the manager of United against Arsenal right now?
So yeah, I would still go with the back five. Just keep it tight in there. The Ligt, Maguire, and Euro, and then the two wing backs. And I'll probably just get Casemiro to sit a bit more and forget about being so advanced, and that's it really. And because that's all we got really, to be honest.
Yeah,
so hopefully Ugarte's fit for that game, because I think he likes those sort of games. So hopefully we can get. I think that's the thing. Like, with your current setup, your team ain't going to be as dynamic as they have been. So we should take advantage of that. That left side there, obviously, or right side is obviously still dangerous with Ethan there. But yeah, I think we could stop you from scoring 7 at least. Let's say that.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be that much. But just quickly on Arsenal side, I guess I think it'll just be the same formation, same as we've been doing previously. I think West Ham was a bad performance. Nottingham Forest was still bad, but not as bad. I thought we played a lot better, but I think Nottingham Forest just came to defend, and then that was it, and we couldn't break them down. So I'm hoping, as you said, we just get the early goal and just settle things. That's all I'm hoping for. Then we just move on to the next game. That's against. Do you know what? I think we need to go all out, because I think the next game is redundant, because we are definitely going through there anyways.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
unless,
yeah. Do you think you're gonna play some of the subs? Then you ain't even got that many subs.
Not that many subs, but Arsenal are dire right now. I think this game is more important than the PSV or return leg, because I think we just want to still make. Of course, we want some distance between third, even though Liverpool are kind of going clear. I think we got some distance between third. So, because I think Nottingham Forest are facing Man City this week, so it's important for us to get a win just to have some sort of gap between second and third, which is unfortunate how the league has turned out. But we are where we are.
You guys got some tough games, you know. You got Chelsea next at home, then you've got Fulham, and then you've got Everton away. You got some tough games.
Oh yeah, I know. We'll see what happens. I think they're all spaced out, so it shouldn't be that bad for us. I think we should be able to, what's it called, manage and get some results there.
Okay.
Cool. But yes, that's it. We'll call it as it is for this week. We'll see you next week. This has been Love the Game. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Peace.
Peace.